Hello, my beautiful water signs, and welcome. My name is Alyssa, and this is my channel of New Direction. This is a water sign reading for April. I know it's late. Such is life when we're in quarantine, and I am part-time teaching my children, which is also why I am doing this reading late at night when everybody is asleep and in their beds. So this reading is going to be really about what you are being asked to learn. Okay, where as we approach into into April, what is it that spirit is asking you to learn, to embrace? Okay, so we're going to pull some energy oracles on just the overall theme for what you're being asked to learn. Spirit, what is the overall theme? Oh, I should probably say some housekeeping things first. My family's all asleep, so hopefully nobody comes downstairs. I cuss a little bit, so if shit's a cuss word, this is where you're going to want to leave. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So these are the overall themes of what you are being asked to learn. Spirit, what are you asking the collective water signs to learn? Thank you. Okay, so, well, that's interesting. The overall energies, okay, the overall theme to the energy that you're being asked to learn. The first one out was the door to personal healing and happiness. And this door is going to be personal for every single one of us, because that's what it says it is. It's a personal door to healing and happiness, right? So this door, whatever that is to you, whatever that doorway looks like to you, this is what Spirit is asking you to open your mind up to learn about, okay? And then there was a woman holding her heart and financial constraints, This woman holding a heart, I mean, you don't have to be a female to be the one holding the heart. It could be a female in your life, but it also can just be talking about that intuitive kind of feminine nurturing side, that we all have, okay? And financial constraints. I mean, it's funny because we're going to pull from the Lightseer Tarot, and it's going to be what you need to learn in love, what you need to learn in life, and what you need to learn in vocation. And the way that these really came out, you have your door to personal healing and happiness, a woman holding a heart, and then financial constraints, when you're dealing with love, life, and vocation. It's just kind of funny how that came out, but just kind of, okay. And then we're going to pull some angel cards here quickly too. See what the angels might have to say about this. Angels, what do you have to say to the collective water signs and what they need to learn? What is your message for the collective water signs and what they need to learn? Gifts from God. We angels are bringing you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. And sensitivity. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. This was me today. I was extremely sensitive. Oh, and you are powerful, loving, and a creative child of God. You are loved. And that's the remember who you are. Okay. Gifts from God. Sensitivity. Okay, so as overall kind of energies to this, what we're looking at embracing and what we're, looking at learning. We're talking about this door to personal healing and happiness. And then we're talking about your heart. We are. That woman holding a coin, we're talking about that heart. And then we're going to be talking about some financial constraints. Sounds about right. Sounds about what we need to be talking about in life. All right, so let's get into this. So this is the Lightseer Tarot, and I'm going to pull all of the cards. So I'll pull 3 cards for what you need to learn in love, 3 cards for what you need to learn in life, and 3 cards for what you need to learn in your vocation, your career, okay? Spirit, what does the collective water signs, let's try this again. What does the collective water signs need to learn about love, Spirit? What are you asking the collective water signs to open their minds to and learn about love? Collective water sign spirit. Collective water signs. What are you asking them to open? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. What are you asking the collective water signs to learn about life, spirit? What are you asking them to open their minds to and learn about life? Thank you, spirit. Fitting. And what are you asking the collective water signs to learn about their vocation? What are you asking them to open themselves up to? Wow. One more, spirit. What are you asking them to open themselves up to? Thank you. Holy smokes, guys. All right, well, let's get into this. At the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. Okay, the Six of Cups is really about reflections. Okay, it is about looking back, kind of a nostalgic card. It's about looking back and really reflecting on what it has taken to bring you here, about the good times, okay, the happy times in life that have brought you here. And then there's the Three of Wands behind that, and the Two of Cups. Okay, now this can be talking, when we are talking about things that you need to learn in life, in general, you know, and this is the underlying to all of that. The Six of Cups is saying you need to reflect on who it is that you are, truly. At the bottom of you, what makes you happy, what inspires you to be the person that you are, okay? And then the Three of Wands, that's the action, the movement, okay? That step and that embrace into that beginning, into that new. And wands are kind of like, wands are very, they're a spiritual suit, okay? That's kind of like, the wands are a very spiritual kind of suit all within their own, okay? And the Three of Wands is like that forward movement into, it can be about like a forward movement into a new kind of spiritual connection, but it can be forward movement into things that you have aligned yourself with, things that you know are aligned for you. You know, it's about actually making those steps into that next, you know, to that next phase, okay? And see how this girl's standing there, right? And there's all that color, all that inspiration before her. And that's what the Three of Wands is talking about. It's talking about you are on the edge of moving into that inspiration because you have aligned yourself spiritually to where you need to go. Okay, the Three of Wands is about knowing that you are going a certain direction because that is what your true self is calling you to do. You know, when you reflect on all that it is taking you to bring you to who you are, you know, that direction and that clarity onto where you need to go oftentimes comes much easier than not. And the Two of Cups, like, this is a very romantic card, okay? This is about the blending of two, okay? It's a duality card for sure. This can be about you and spirit, you know, when you allowing spirit just to embrace your life and to, you know, and to fill the cups. But this can also be talking about, it can be talking about romance. It can be talking about a new romance, you know, maybe one that's on the horizon. Maybe, you know, maybe this new beginning for you is this new love. You know, maybe there is a new love here for you. Okay, but it can also be talking about, see, the moon is underneath here. And the moon to me is a very spiritual card, okay? Because the moon to me is spirit. The moon to me is the higher, is the divine. Because within the shadows, the moon is saying it is working. You know, it is working all of its magics, and just because we don't, you know, we might not be able to see it, you know, the moon is saying, but the spirit is there. Trust in the spirit. So, as much as this is a very, you know, this could, for some of you, be romance, and it doesn't have to be new romance, okay? It can be about relationships that are already established, you know, but through some sort of spiritual change and alignment, you have shifted directions, okay? You've changed up the way that relationship was going, and now it's going, you know, the cups of it are changing. You know, when you align yourself to different energy lengths, to different vibrations, right? When you align yourself to things that are spiritually fulfilling you, you put out more positive, higher vibrations. And by doing so, you align yourself to directions that are, you know, going to most serve you. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, let's get into this because that's what we're here to do, is discuss the cards that were pulled. All right, so what you need to learn about love. Remember how I said it was late night and my kids are all asleep? And I've also been teaching my children for week number 2. That's my mama juice. And you guys are just going to have to ignore it. What you need to learn about love. 4 of Wands. Page of Wands. 4 of Cups. Remember how I was just saying that Wands are very, like, they're about that kind of spiritual, passionate, creative side of us? Okay? The 4 of Wands is talking about cycles that have been completed, cycles that have come to some sort of good place. You know, you've put the work in and now there's celebration to be had. This can be talking about new relationships. It can be talking about marriages, engagements, okay? The 4 of Wands in love is very much celebrating, you know, just celebrating all that is. The Page of Wands, now this is about a new kind of inspirational, creative beginning, a new outlook, okay? See this staff up here? The wands and the wands and the staffs, and especially in this deck, they're all very prominent, and they're very much, to me, they reflect the knowledge, the lessons, everything that this individual has overcome in their life. Okay, it's all of their lessons and it's all of what they, you know, have learned up until this point. It's like it grows into this, you know, massive rod. The more they know, the more they overcome, you know, the bigger the rod gets, right? Kind of like Pinocchio's nose, right? But instead of with lies, it's with truth. With truth and knowledge, you know, your rod seems to grow. Okay? The Page of Wands is somebody who is like, I'm here. I am kickstarting a new beginning. Okay? The Page of Wands is that first court card. So it's that very enthusiastic kind of court card. You know, at the beginning of that excited stage. You know, and again, it's with that wand. So again, it's with that creative, spiritual, passionate kind of, you know, part of your being. Okay? That is what the Page of Wands is excited about. Okay? And when it's the 4 of Wands and then this Page of Wands, it's saying there's celebrating to be had. You know, and this Page of Wands is just embracing this place of celebration that you are in. Okay? Embrace the happiness. If you are feeling like, wow, this is a really good thing, don't freak out about it. Embrace it. Okay? Embrace the new. And then the 4 of Cups was the last one. And the 4 of Cups, like this card, I mean, you know, you've got her here, right? And she's sitting here and she's looking at her spilt cups, which makes sense. Okay? 3 spilt cups, that's a bummer. Okay? And she's looking at it over here. And this looks like a fairly nice day. I mean, it's not that bad, right? It looks like the sun is, you know, it's still shining. And there's still some flickers of hope and stuff up here, okay? It's not that bad. Okay? Maybe not. Maybe it is bad. I don't know. That's going to be different for all of us. But the cups are spilt, okay? And what she has and what she can create in her own world, in her own 3D world, is very limited. It's very kind of plain colored, right? Normal colors, but plain colored, right? But Spirit is saying, but I'm here to add all this magic. You know? I'm here to add that, you know, rainbow of Skittles over here to this cup. Okay? That is what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying, please, learn. Learn that just because you have had some really shitty things go. You've had cups that have gotten spilt. Okay? That's a bummer. But Spirit is saying, please learn to embrace and celebrate what is here. Okay? Embrace and then celebrate who you are here. Okay? Don't be worried about the spilt cups. Okay? Do not pay attention to the spilt cups. Turn your head and accept the bright cup. Accept the new cup. Okay, this is where the magic's at. This is where that new kind of, you know, that new spark, that new drive, right? Like that's where you're gonna find it, is in this Skittle-filled magical jar over here. You want this one, okay? Any kind of Skittles you like. If you don't like Skittles, that's fine. You can have whatever you want, okay? Because Spirit's gonna manifest you when you pay attention to this cup, okay? So what you need to learn about love is just saying, embrace embrace the good, okay? Open yourself up to the celebration. Open yourself up to allow that excitement to begin, to allow this Page of Wands. You know, embrace this Page of Wands. Embrace the new beginnings. Embrace this place and this direction that you're going, right? Because like I said before, when you align yourself, you know, when you switch up where you were going, when you switch up your alignment and say, okay, I'm switching my, you know, my low vibration energies that I'm putting out there, and I'm switching that all up. I've cleared that energy, and now I'm pumping out the high energy. You know, when you switch yourself in that alignment, okay, embrace this. You can't switch yourself into that alignment and then still be feeling crappy. You need to embrace the new. Embrace the celebration. Embrace this beginning. Right? Embrace it. Embrace it. I'm going to pull love. Embracing it. Love. Oh, one. Come on. Embrace my love. The Rhino. Overcome any obstacles. That's what you're being asked to embrace about love. Okay? The Rhino spirit, it's about knowing that not everything needs to be smashed head on. Okay? The Rhino spirit is about learning and understanding how to adapt to what needs to happen most. Okay? The best way to go about it for everybody's best outcome. Okay? It's saying, especially when you have this, you know, the way it is, it's saying that it doesn't need to be hard. You don't need to go, you don't have to have the outlook that everything's going to have to be smashed through. There are different ways to go around everything. And the Rhino spirit, you know, is saying you can overcome any obstacle. Adapt, right? Adapt. You don't need to smash things head on. Okay? You don't. Okay, what you need to learn about life. 5 of Swords, the Chariot, and the World. The World. What you need to learn about life. The 5 of Swords, I mean, that is a lot about us. And 5s are really, like, they're a very harsh number, you know? They are. They're about very hard, kind of painful times, you know? And the 5 of Swords, I mean, it's about a lot of hard thoughts, okay? A lot of shit in your head. Look, and you see this person back here, how he's kind of like celebrating way back here, okay? It can be about people doing us wrong, you know? And they seem to have gotten off scot-free. Like, you know, like it was fine for them. Nothing happened to them. They, you know, they gypped you, they shaded you, and they got away. You know, it was fine. It wasn't a big deal. You know, notice how like these crows are up here and literally like spirit sees this, right? To me, this is very much karma, you know, paying attention and watching, spirit knowing what's happening. Okay, but see this crow here, sitting on your shoulder, you know, and on this side, you know, you're struggling. You're struggling with all that negative self-talk. You're struggling with all that negative energy, okay, that others have fed into your, you know, your circumstances, okay? But this is spirit, and spirit's just on your other shoulder saying, hello, you're awesome, you're fine, we're going to get through this, trust me, okay, trust me. That's what the 5 of Swords is very much to me. It's about, yes, okay, I know that there has been a lot of shit, okay? But you have to choose to walk away from that. You know, and sometimes these people who jaded you, hurt you, screwed you over, right, made you feel like a bag of shit, you just have to figure out, like, they're not going to come back and apologize, and you just have to figure out from there, okay, what they did, that's on them. That's not for me. Spirit's seen that, okay, the higher's seen that. And I'm going to shift my direction. You know, and that's what the Chariot's talking about. It's about shifting that direction. It's about going forward from here. You know, leaving behind this 5 of Swords, leaving behind this negativity, leaving behind that kind of low vibration energy shit, okay, that's just clouding your day and making you feel like a bag of shit. The Chariot is like, no, harness it, okay? Harness the light and the darkness and go forward. This is you. The crazy little Aladdin up here, that's you, okay? And you are driving this carriage. You are driving this change in your life, you know? Spirit is these horses down here, okay? And Spirit is just raging and rearing and ready to go, okay? And you're the crazy Aladdin, probably with a little Abu somewhere. I'm surprised there isn't a monkey. That would be way better if there was a monkey in that card. But anyway, You're the little Aladdin up here. And you're directing this massive movement, this massive, change that is happening. You are driving your chariot, okay? And in life, you need to learn that when you cut out, when you just, whatever, that's not my business. My business is not to worry about the karma that this person is going to serve, okay? My business is to figure out what the hell is going on in my own head and clear out the negative vibrations. My business is to move forward, okay? My business is to know that I need to go forward from this place, go forward from this low vibration negative shit. I'm going forward here, right here, okay? To the world, okay? And the world is about completion. It is. And the Major Arcana, it's the last card, it's the completion card, okay? The world is about that complete cycle. And look at this one, she's her own dream catcher in this, okay? She knows that it has taken all parts of it to be who she is, and she is at peace with that. Because there has to be highs and lows. There has to be light and darkness. You have to harness both to go forward. You have to allow yourself to understand that this may have hurt you and this may have made you feel uncomfortable. But there was a purpose and a part for this. Whether or not that was just so that you learned that you were more than that, okay? Whether or not that heartache and that whatever this bullshit was, maybe that was just to force you to play that hand, to level yourself up, to embrace that next step. We are all here to keep embracing the new, to keep growing ourselves spiritually, okay? That's part of our journey. What you need to learn in life is that you can move past that Five of Swords. You can move past that low vibration energy. You can harness it. You can change the direction. You can drive your horses forward, okay, into that new phase. Because the world, as much as it's a completion, like with completions are rebirths. With endings are beginnings, right? And so if this is a cycle, a cycle that you have just allowed people for constantly to be filling your head with garbage, if that's the case, this is saying that cycle's done. And from here, you are going on. From here, you are changing the direction in which you want to go, okay? And what you need to learn about your vocation, your career, the thing that is driving you, your passion here. The wishing star was the first one out, okay? This is about blessings. It's about prayers, okay? It's about putting out what you want back, okay? Putting out the positive energies, putting out the good words that you want in your life, all of the prayers, all of the, the wishes, whatever it is, putting that out there, acting as if, right? Acting as if those are already happening, okay? The death and transformation, okay? The way that these really kind of come out to me, I'm really feeling it. So, sorry, you had, maybe I'll show you the cards and then I'll explain why I'm feeling it. But you had the Star, the Death and Transformation, the Knight of Wands, and then the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this to me is really talking about you are saying your prayers and you're saying your wishes. Somewhere along the lines, you are wanting more. Whether that is you are wanting to expand your career, you are wanting to expand your business, okay? You are asking and praying and wishing for more, okay? Needing more, wanting to expand something, asking for a little bit of grace given, right? And I can understand that, especially with where we all are right now, right? A lot of us are really tight. It's really, it is a different place for all of us right now, okay? And as this wishing star, this can be talking about, this can be talking on a big, deeper kind of rule, right? This is what I want to become. Emotionally, spiritually, long-term, this is a huge change for me, okay? And I say that because of that death and rebirth, okay? What you're asking for isn't something that is just small, okay? If it's coming with a death and rebirth behind this, what you are praying for, what you are hoping for is a major freaking change, okay? You are asking that this, whatever the stars may align, you know, to bring in this next phase. Okay, and when this is what you need to learn, okay, when this spread is all about what you need to learn, it's asking you, your prayers are being heard, okay? What you are asking for, what you are working for, that is being heard. The death and the transformation, that is taking place, okay? There is rebirth happening here. The Knight of Wands was behind that. And it's funny because you pulled the Page of Wands and now you have the Knight of Wands, okay? In your courts, it goes pages, knights, queens, kings. The Knight of Wands is all about just beating to the sound of your own drum. Like, look at that. Her drum's on fire. Like, this is a fire-beating badass bitch, right? Her dark horse dancing in the back. Look at all these wands that are on fire, okay? Lessons, knowledge. Like, the Knight of Wands, like, she is just so passionate about who she is. She gets it on a lot of levels, okay? She really gets it. And then the Queen of Pentacles. Like, this woman is so freaking grounded. It's ridiculous. Like, she is just so at peace and in tuned, you know. She has her massive coin and pentacle here, and she doesn't look at all worried about it, right? Like, she's holding on to it like it's, you know, no big deal. But it's because she trusts spirit. She's that intuitive. Like, look at her blue eyeshadow here, right? Her eyes are closed, and she has that blue eyeshadow on because she's that insightful. She's that intuitive. She has that much faith in the higher, in the divine, because she knows. She knows that everything that she needs is provided for her within that faith, okay? That she will not, you know, she will not go without. She just has that kind of faith. So as what you are needing to learn in your vocation, you know, embrace it. Embrace who it is that you want to change into. You know, this person is deep down inside you, you know, and it could be somebody that you have just been afraid to embrace. Maybe it's because what are people are going to say? I don't know. Okay? But you need to learn that you were created with that uniqueness. You know, if it burns excitement on your insides and makes you passionate and creative about something, you can bet your fucking whistle that that's what it was, you know, it was given to you as a gift. Okay? It was for you. It was a blessing. Okay? So transform. Allow the fears. Allow the old just to die so that you can embrace that new. So that you can embrace that transformation. So you can embrace who it is that is on fire on your inside. And who's solid, okay? Who's solid. The Queen of Pentacles at the end of that is saying, yeah, embrace her. Because at the end of it, you're going to be freaking solid. You're going to have one big coin. You know, you'll be fine. So embrace it. You know, it was given to you for a reason. Embrace it. I forgot to pull animal cards for those two. Guys. Oh, I do it all the time. All right. Spirit, what are you asking the collective water signs to embrace about their life? What energy are you asking them to embrace about their life? The Cat Spirit. Claim your independence. That's cool. And the Spider Spirit. Make your dreams real. Well, that's fitting. Right? Claim your independence. The Cat Spirit, claim your independence. Okay? And the Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Claim your independence. Claim this. Okay? That chariot in that world, you know, you are moving forward. You have harnessed this movement, this change within you. So here is that cycle. That end of a cycle and the rebirth, just like the death and rebirth, right? There's a lot of rebirthing here, guys, okay? You're doing a big cycle change right now, okay? Claim your independence. If you somewhere, and you're going to know it, because as soon as I said that, you would have been like, ooh, she struck a chord there. I know what you mean. Yes. Whatever that independent chord was that I struck when I said that, claim it. Claim it. And then make your dreams real. Be like the spider. Just keep working away at it. Okay? Just keep working away at it. Spiders don't give up. Spiders don't give up. What are you asking them to embrace about their vocation? What energy are you asking the collective water signs to embrace about their vocation? Thank you, Spirit. The moth spirit. Surrender now. Okay? And I think that comes back to these ones. Okay? When it's talking about surrendering now, surrender now. Spirit is just like, stop fighting it. Stop fighting it and allow me to work with you on this one. Okay? Surrender over all of your fears. Surrender over all of the things that you think you are not worthy of accepting. You know, my grace or my gifts or my blessings, whatever that is. That transformation. Maybe it's that whole death and rebirth, okay? Maybe you're holding on to things that is not allowing you to think that you can release what has been done. And Spirit's just like, surrender it. Surrender now. Surrender now. There's a beautiful moth sitting over on my cupboard watching us right now. I can see him. And just before I started this, he all of a sudden got all in my face and was flickering all around and then went over and now he's sitting on the cupboard. Anyway, surrender now. Moth is here to tell you. And the stag spirit, oh my gosh, the stag spirit was at the bottom of that, guys. Take the lead. Take the lead. Okay, maybe even if you're not one who enjoys being a leader, you can lead without having to be, you know, a leader does need to step into that uncomfortable kind of situation sometimes. And not that it's a dangerous, uncomfortable situation, sorry, not like that. But sometimes in order to be a leader, you have to make a stand. But if you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. And the stag spirit is just Spirit saying, just take that lead. I'm standing right behind you, kid. I've got your back. So take it. Show others. Light the way for others. Okay? That's what you're being asked to embrace. I don't know what to pick next. Untethered. We're going to pick some untethered. What does the untethered soul have to say to the collective air signs? Collective water signs, not air signs at all. Sorry, guys. Collective water signs. Water signs, untethered soul. What do you have to say? What do you have to say? Untethered soul. What do you have to say to the collective water signs as a final message? What they need to learn. What are you asking them to learn? What are you encouraging them to learn? Spirit. To embrace. That which is holding you down can be a powerful force that rises you up. You just have to be willing to take the ascent. I'll read it one more time. That which is holding you down can be a powerful force that rises you up. You just have to be willing to take the ascent. If I ask you, who are you? You answer, I am the one who sees. From back in here, somewhere I look out, I am aware of the events, thoughts, and emotions that pass before me. Seriously, some beautiful cards. Wow, guys. That was a beautiful reading, okay? For what you need to learn, just embrace your power, okay? Embrace Spirit so that Spirit can work and align you to the things and the directions that are going to best serve you and bring you fulfillment, bring you abundance. Okay, that is it for now. Until next time, my beautiful water friends, take care. All my best. Bye now.